So are you wondering if you are ovulating too late in your cycle? And maybe you're wondering how late is too late and what effect does late ovulation have on your chances of getting pregnant? Well, you should be ovulating around day 14 of your cycle, not much earlier than that and not too much later. You're ovulating earlier than day 14 of your cycle, then your egg is maturing too quickly. But if you are ovulating later than day 14 of your cycle, 1 or 2 days isn't really a big deal. But if you're ovulating, say 5 days later than that, like around day 19 or day 21, or even later than that, then that's going to be an issue. The later you ovulate, studies show that there's an increase in the chances of miscarriage. And that's because when you're ovulating on the later side, this is going to affect the health of the egg. It shouldn't take your egg more than 14 days to mature and be ready for ovulation. So if it's taking longer than that, then the growth of the egg can be stunted. Also, from a Chinese medicine perspective, late ovulation can be a result of stuck energy and blood flow. It can be a result of hormonal irregularities or nutritional deficiencies. So if you're having stuck energy in blood and there isn't good circulation to your ovaries, then that's going to affect the ability of the ovaries to mature the egg for ovulation. And so the growth of that egg will be stunted and it's going to start and stop. And so that could cause some irregularities as well with the actual egg, so that it's not viable by the time that it ovulates. It's not a nice, healthy egg ready for fertilization. Also, if there's some hormonal irregularities, that's going to affect the ability of the body to mature the egg in a healthy way and in time for fertilization, right? So the hormones really support that process. So if the hormones are irregular, then it's going to take a while for the egg to mature and be ready for ovulation, and that can affect how healthy that egg is. If there's some nutritional deficiencies, then the egg's not being exposed to the right environment and getting the nutrients it needs to develop into a healthy, viable egg for fertilization. And this is why in my program, my online program, Fertility Activation Method, I have such a strong focus on having a healthy cycle every step of the cycle to make sure that the follicular phase, right before the phase before ovulation, where your egg is maturing, is getting the support that it needs so that the egg can mature in a healthy way, and so that your egg is not maturing and ovulating too late in your cycle. This is such an important part of your cycle, so that you can successfully have a fertilized egg that will be a viable pregnancy and won't be more likely to miscarry because the egg is actually healthy. So in my program, Fertility Activation Method, it's a 4-step method for getting pregnant in an easier, healthier, more affordable way. One of the main focuses is to make sure that each step of your cycle, so there's your period, and then there's pre-ovulation, ovulation, and post-ovulation. Each step of your cycle has to be healthy so that you can have a healthy, viable pregnancy. So now you can understand why the pre-ovulation phase, the follicular phase, is such an important phase to make sure that you're having a healthy egg that's maturing and ovulating on time so that it can turn into a healthy, viable pregnancy. So the pressure point protocols in my program, Fertility Activation Method, are focused on moving energy and blood during that follicular phase, nourishing the egg, and balancing hormones so that your egg can mature and ovulate on time. So if you want to learn more about my 4-step method for getting pregnant, easier, healthier, and faster way, and more affordable way, then you can sign up for my masterclass in the link above this video. And in that masterclass, it's free. You're also going to learn the 3 biggest mistakes women make that keep them from getting pregnant now, and my #1 fertility secret for getting pregnant without IVF or drugs. So feel free to sign up for the masterclass for free, and I hope to see you over there.